week on One Devotion. A Euroleague rookie introduces a new sport to his family full of pros. A live wire forward breaks the mould for exports from Lithuania. A Minister of Defence proudly paces the competition's stingiest team. And the Euroleague's only Jamaican takes down a top 16 record. To anyone who knows his background, Crvena Zvezda rookie forward Nikola Kalinic may have seemed destined to play a professional sport. The dilemma was, which one? Nikola is the son of a former table tennis star Zoran Kalinic, who won 15 medals in European and World Championships. His mother, Dragica, is a former volleyball player. His sister Mina also went into volleyball, while brother Uros is a water polo star in France. With all those influences around him, however, Nikola chose basketball.
Table tennis wasn't for me because it was individual sport, and I like teamwork, and there is no contact, so it wasn't so fun for me. I tried water polo, but also my brother was better at it, so I haven't stayed that long in that. So I found myself in basketball, probably because of my friends. That was very popular then.
He tried it, he liked it, and as he grew older, Kalinic's basketball prospects grew with him. For that, he can thank the work ethic that he learned very early on, thanks to being the youngest in a family full of professional athletes.
I probably learned how to, live that professional athlete life because of my father, because he was a professional table tennis player, and with my brother, I probably learned how to be serious on and off the court when I go and practice.
It helped Nikola a lot to have people closest to him understand the sacrifices he needed to go through to become a successful athlete.
Surely it's easier to be a professional athlete in that kind of family because they all go through that and they know what are the sacrifices, no free time, no time for friends, or always some journeys, hotels, quarantines. But it's easy when they're with you and they understand all that, and I think it helped me very much.
It probably goes without saying that Kalinic's parents had a healthy dose of high expectations for their children.
It is always high expectation, that is like in our family, in school, in education, also in sport. I can't say my mother and father were very strict or they forced us to something, but it was normally to be a good student, to be good at your sport. That's only normal.
Before he set foot in the Euroleague this season, Kalinic became a key contributor on the Serbian national team that won a silver medal at last summer's World Cup. But if you think that experience made him ready to help Zvezda reach the top 16 for the first time, think again. Kalinic learned about pressure in his own backyard.
I'm comfortable to go on the court with that pressure, Pressure on World Cup is nothing comparing to pressure when I play with my brother, one-on-one in backyard. So that's when you go on World Cup or in Euroleague, that's easy.
Some would say that coming from such a famous sports family, he was also destined to succeed as a pro. But Nikola Kalinic knows differently.
It probably helped me, but it's also very hard when you're always in shadow of your father because of surname. Whenever you go, everybody knows your father. That's also the good side. You have everybody know your surname, but they don't know you. So there is upside and downside. But I think I'm not destined that everything is hard work, and I think that is the most important, not the family or surname or anything like that.
In his fifth Turkish Airlines Euroleague season, Unicaja Malaga forward Mindaugas Kuzminskas has earned himself a strong reputation for versatility. While leading Unicaja in scoring this season, the energetic 25-year-old is also one of the Euroleague's top offensive rebounders, in many ways breaking the mould for Lithuanian exports, who are often expected to be long-distance shooters first and foremost.
I think right now, basketball is in the level that all the players, starting from point guards till big guys, need to do a little bit of everything. Because right now, point guards are able to post up, big guys are able to shoot threes and so on. So if you want to play in a high level, you need to do at least a little bit of everything, but better if you do a lot of everything.
Standing at 2 meters 5, Kuzminskas is one of the Euroleague's tallest small forwards, but his slender frame makes him one of the lightest too. Kuzminskas regards his lack of bulk as an advantage rather than a drawback for his all-action style of play.
I don't think that, if you have big body, it's a huge advantage in basketball, because maybe because of that you are slower and everything. And in basketball, maybe 5% of the time you have the ball, and like, for example, my position, and all those 95% which are left, you are running, jumping, fighting.
Kuzminskas does enough of running, jumping and fighting to make fans completely forget about his slim build. For a team on pace this season to break the Euroleague's offensive rebounding record with more than 15 per game, Kuzminskas collects as many misses as any player on Unicaja.
Maybe little advantages that I'm taller than players in my positions, but I'm not very slow. Maybe a little bit slow, but not very.
Indeed, though he is ranked 9th among all Euroleague players in total offensive rebounds, Kuzminskas is the only one of the top 25 who struggles to reach 100 kilos on the scale.
You need to be in a good physical shape, but that doesn't mean that you need to be big, because look at track and field athletes, they are all slim, but they run fast, they jump good.
Among the other unique features of Kuzminskas' play is an uncanny ability to use the baseline for cuts and backdoor baskets, an aspect of his game that comes with plenty of practice.
You don't have too much time to think on the court, and it needs to be in your blood. You need to work before in the practices about those things. Do 50 backdoors every practice, and then in the game you can maybe do at least one.
By finding easy points near the basket, Kuzminskas delights coaches seeking novel ways to score against tougher and tougher defenses.
Every team is doing scouting report, defensive scouting report of other team, and you see the weaknesses, and sometimes coaches are saying that in this or that case you can do a backdoor, and you just try to remember and read the defense.
The net result is that Kuzminskas this season is racking up his highest Euroleague numbers yet, not only in points and rebounds, but also in assists and steals. Don't suggest, however, that the warm weather in Malaga as compared to Lithuania might have influenced his improvement.
I came here not to enjoy the sun and beaches, because we don't have too much time, but of course I enjoy when you wake up and you see the sun, the sea, so that's something different, because your mood is much more different.
It also means that Kuzminskas doesn't miss home too much, since friends and family are more than ready to visit him.
Last year, I had too many visitors probably, because all the friends, all the cousins tried to come, and I couldn't invite everybody because we are playing and you need to practice, you need to rest good. But I had probably in that year I had more visitors than in 3 years in Kaunas.
Let's see what happened in round 8 of the top 16. Real Madrid eased to a big home victory. Maccabi edged out Panathinaikos in the game of the week, and there were home wins for Barcelona and Žalgiris. Group leader Real Madrid maintained that status with a comfortable victory over Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade. JC Carroll led the way with 17 points, while the informed Sergio Llull dished 7 assists. Second place now belongs to reigning champion Maccabi Electra Tel Aviv, after a tight victory over Panathinaikos in the game of the week, which saw Jeremy Pargo top score for the hosts with 16 points to deny a second-half comeback from the Greens. Barcelona appeared to be cruising to victory over Alba Berlin after establishing a 10-point lead, but the visitors roared back and forced overtime through Leon Radosevic's tough shot in the final seconds. Juan Carlos Navarro and Tomas Satoransky prevailed in overtime, and Barcelona remains unbeaten at home in the top 16. Žalgiris Kaunas never looked back after jumping out to an early lead over Galatasaray, holding on to a double-digit lead throughout, behind 12 points and 9 rebounds from Paulius Yankunas. Real Madrid remains top. Maccabi is a game behind, with Panathinaikos and Barcelona also in playoff position. Fenerbahce won its 8th consecutive road game. Laboral Vitoria also gained a huge win on its travels, and there were victories for Olympiacos and EA7 Milan. A titanic battle saw Fenerbahce jump out to an early lead, but CSKA fought back, and it stayed close until a big basket from Jan Vesely and crucial free throws by Nemanja Bjelica allowed Fenerbahce to prevail, claiming head-to-head advantage over CSKA. That allowed Olympiacos to take sole ownership of top spot, but the Greek giant was pushed hard by Unicaja Malaga, which led throughout the first half behind Jason Granger. In the end, Vasilis Panoulis came to the fore, and Olympiacos sealed the win. Laboral Kucha Vitoria boosted its playoff hopes with a tough road win at Anadolu Efes, establishing an early double-digit lead and withstanding Efes's comeback as veteran Fernando Sanemeterio rolled back the years with 22 points. Weekly B-Win MVP Samarto Samuels delivered an inspired performance to lead EA7 Milan to victory over Nizhny Novgorod, scoring 36 points en route to a season-high personal index rating of 47. Olympiacos' top. Fenerbahce is ahead of CSKA on head-to-head record, with Anadolu Efes edging out Laboral by the same criteria.
Not the Russians. The Russians don't play the best music because I don't understand Russian.
Myself. Alternative rock, Pearl Jam, Incubus, Smashing Pumpkins.
It's depending on the style of music you want to hear. We can say this African, one of the young guys called Modo. This is one got all the package.
Let's say Andrew Good Luck. I know him not that long, but he's always with the headphones.
Sylvan Lansbury, hip hop. I love hip hop, so he's always playing his music in the locker room.
They listen music with their headphones. I'm not hearing what they are listening.
Hey!
I don't know who play the best music. I don't have anything, mate. He's DJ.
Oh yeah!
Sergio Yul.
Maybe Denis Klički. He have the best taste and he know the best about the music.
I like my music.
I cannot say that somebody play the good music. What they hear, for me, is the best music.
Here we go again!
Marshawn, because he knows like what's the hot music right now.
I think Alex, also the captain, he is also putting the music after the practices. There is some hip hop. Me personally, I don't like it, but everybody likes it. So.
My roomie Rebic, Nikola Rebic, he played the best. He played the worst. He go in up and down, but when put song, sometimes the worst, sometimes good, but he don't have middle.
Lampe is the worst music. The most hardcore gangster rap you can find.
Maybe Katsivelis. He listens some rocks. No one really plays anything else but the hip hop in the locker room, so.
If defense wins championships, as the experts say, then Olympiacos Piraeus is showing great promise halfway through the Turkish Airlines Euroleague season. The Reds boast the stingiest defense in the Euroleague this season, conceding the fewest points to opponents, just 70 per game, despite playing in the same top 16 group as 3 of the competition's 4 highest scoring teams. In the middle of that collective effort is last season's Best Defender trophy winner, centre Bryant Dunstan, who knows that defence is fundamental to his team's philosophy.
It means everything. Defense is probably the most important part of the game, and it also can lead to better offense. So our coach has made sure he's made everybody focus on defense from the beginning of the time that he got here, and it's been working for us.
As a Euroleague rookie last year, Dunstan immediately earned widespread respect for stopping opponents, as he registered more blocks than any other Euroleague player and more steals than any other centre. Euroleague head coaches rewarded him by voting Dunstan the best defender in the competition.
It was amazing. I didn't expect it. I thought I played pretty good defense, but I didn't think I was the best defender. But they gave it to me, so it was an honor, definitely. But hoping for bigger things this season.
This season, Dunstan is using that honour as personal motivation to help make his team's defence the very best in the Euroleague.
Yeah, for sure. I know that because I'm looked at as one of the best defenders, I have to maintain that, as long as I'm playing. So I have to continue doing that, and then also, it's not about personal things. I want to win.
Despite his best efforts, Olympiacos narrowly missed out on a place in last season's Final Four after losing Game 5 of a thrilling playoff series on the road against Real Madrid.
I feel like we lost the last game not because of anything tactical or anything like that. We just ran out of gas, and I think that this year is something that we have to improve on, and we've been working on it every day in practice, and we're working hard. It's going to be a lot different this year.
Now Dunstan believes that his team has learned the necessary lessons to take the next step.
Most of all, to have patience. It's a long year, a lot of games. You're not going to play well every game, and just take care of your body and just try to give yourself time to play well. You're not always going to play well in the beginning. You're not always going to play well in the end, but you got to find times where it's necessary to play well and give all your energy.
Once again this season, Dunstan is among the Euroleague's top 5 shot blockers and has more steals than all but 3 other centres. But what makes him prouder, belonging to the best defence throughout the first half of the season, is also what makes Olympiacos dangerous going forward.
As long as we focus on defense from the beginning of each game and treat every opponent, as a threat, then I think we're gonna do pretty well.
Every player remembers his first Final Four as something special, and that's no different for 3-time Euroleague champion Stratos Perperoglu of Anadolu Efes Istanbul. In his second Euroleague season, Perperoglu had gone from a part-time player to a 2009 Final Four starter for Panathinaikos Athens, as it faced its arch-rival Olympiacos Piraeus in a classic semi-final. The picture of self-assurance on a basketball court now, Perperoglu was anything but calm that weekend in Berlin.
I was really nervous in my first Final Four, especially even in the semi-final we played against Olympiacos. It was the first time I was in the Final Four, and that was the first time that I felt really nervous before a game.
After Panathinaikos passed that semi-final test, the title game against defending champ CSKA Moscow seemed easy, as the Greens led by 23 points shortly after half-time. As CSKA rallied, however, Perperoglu forgot his nerves to score the biggest points of his career until then, in the fourth quarter.
I wanted to contribute to my team, and CSKA was coming back, and I got some open shots, and I made some 6 points.
Each of those points was crucial, but CSKA still earned a chance, with 6 seconds left, to tie or win the game. Coincidentally, the ball went to Ramūnas Stingiest, the man whom Perperoglu had replaced at Panathinaikos 2 summers earlier. Perperoglu usually guarded Stingiest and thought he would again for the season's final play.
I was on the court and we were 2 points up, and the coach decided that we have to play defense and not to stop them with a foul.
Guys, let's play defense! Let's play defense! Be aggressive!
And we said that we have to switch in every pick. So I think Drew Nicholas ended up being on Stingiest at the last shot.
The drama could not have been any higher. Stingiest found room to launch a clean 3-pointer as time expired, meaning that the Euroleague title hinged on a single shot sailing through the air in Berlin.
I remember the ball leaving Stingiest's hands, and we were just waiting to see if he was going to go in or not. I was underneath trying to box out Smodis, and when I saw the ball went out, we started celebrating.
Despite having won 2 more titles since then, one each with Panathinaikos and Olympiakos, Perperoglu has no trouble recalling not only his nervousness and that final shot, but everything that happened at his first Final Four.
It's something that stays in players' memories for all the years, you know, great moments, and to win the Euroleague title, it's really an amazing feeling. So I can replay the whole game in my head at any moment.
Samardo Samuels of EA7 Emporio Armani Milan delivered one of the best-rated individual performances in Euroleague history to claim the bwin MVP honour for Round 8 of the top 16. By the end of the game, Samuels had converted 14 of his 16 two-point attempts, setting a new top 16 record for the most 2-pointers in a game. He also scored 8 of his 11 free throws for a total of 36 points, a Milan team record in the modern era. With 9 rebounds, 12 fouls drawn and an assist, Samuels' performance index rating of 47 is not only the best in the competition all season, but tied for the 3rd best in the top 16 history. After such a dominating display, Samardo Samuels is the clear winner of the weekly bwin MVP award. Now let's check out the top 5 plays of the week.
Number 5, Piraeus Greece, Unicaja possession. Herman Gabriel, great pass, and Will Thomas takes it in his stride along the baseline and soars high to rock that rim. Number 4, Madrid, Spain. Only Sergio Rodriguez could make this look so easy. Floats up a perfect no-look pass for Marcus Slaughter to rise high and execute the picture-perfect alley-oop. Number 3, Kaunas, Lithuania. The dynamic Justin Carter spots a gap in the Žalgiris defense, and he races through it before exploding to the rim for a huge slam and one. Number 2, Tel Aviv, Israel. Lukas Mavropaulidis tries to score for Panathinaikos, but Nate Linhart and Brian Randall block him. Marquez Haynes turns defense into offense with a sparkling fast break dunk. 2 blocks from Linhart and Randall, and then Haynes would not be denied. And the number 1 player of the week from Moscow, Russia, Andrew Gaudalok. The pass to Semi Erdin, only one thought in his mind, blasting over the challenge of Andrei Vorontsevich and unleashing a ferocious slam. Semi Erdin.
The latest chapter of a famous sporting rivalry will be played out in Top 16 Round 9's Game of the Week, in a contest loaded with playoff implications, while a batch of teams can move closer to confirming their place in the next phase. Panathinaikos Athens faces visiting FC Barcelona for the 4th time this season for the Game of the Week in Athens. And after the Spanish team won all 3 previous showdowns, Dimitris Diamantidis will attempt to get one over his old sparring partner Juan Carlos Navarro in a true meeting of legends. Also in Group E, Real Madrid and do-it-all Rudy Fernandez will look to take another step towards the goal of reaching the Final Four in their city on a tough road trip to Istanbul to face a Galatasaray Live Hospital Istanbul team featuring the scoring talents of Zoran Erceg. Crvena Zvezda Telekom Belgrade will be hunting for its first victory over Maccabi Electra Tel Aviv this century in the hothouse atmosphere of the Combank Arena in a matchup between two of the Euroleague's most flamboyant floor generals, Marcus Williams and Jeremy Pargo. And Group E's action is rounded off by Alba Berlin looking to boost its playoff ambitions in a home clash with Žalgiris Kaunas. In Group F, CSKA Moscow and returning star Andrei Kirilenko hit the road for a testing trip to playoff hopefuls Laboral Cucha Victoria and hard-charging veteran Fernando Sanemeterio, who will hope to overturn a high-scoring defeat to the Russian giants earlier in the top 16. Fenerbahce Ulker Istanbul and the versatile Nemanja Bjelica will defend their home court against dangerous and entertaining Nizhny Novgorod, looking to continue its impressive debut season in the Turkish Airlines Euroleague behind red-hot Trey Tompkins. Group F also sees two road teams hoping to move closer to a place in the playoffs as Anadolu Efes Istanbul travels to Unicaja Malaga and Olympiacos Piraeus visits EA7 Emporio Armani Milan. We'll be back next week with more Euroleague action.